Man, gold, all-time highs. Wow, look at that. 3,500.
Gold is ripping. Still very bullish on
Why are you
gold.
bullish?
I mean, look, I don't want to rehash all of the same tired arguments that everyone else has because I think that they're right, and you've also probably heard them. But for the listener that hasn't heard them, I'll go through it quickly. One, I do think that as rates get cut, gold becomes a much more attractive investment. Like as just by definition, gold competes with other investments, and if rates are high, then those other investments have higher interest rates or dividend yields attached to them or whatever it is to compete in this environment. And gold has zero interest rate. So as interest rates come down, gold becomes more attractive. It becomes more on, at least quote unquote, on par with other investments. Like you can't just stick your money in a very safe treasury and earn 4%. Like if you're earning 0.5% or 1%, investing in something that has a 0% yield is less painful for you. So I think interest rates are going down, which is good for gold. Two, I think from a geopolitical perspective, we're becoming increasingly isolated. There are more pockets of power, and de-dollarization is happening step by step. So I don't know I'm sure you just saw India meeting with Russia and China, and for the longest time, oil was settled in the dollar. The dollar was the unit of account for most of international trade.
Still is.
And still is, but it's decaying.
Yeah.
And I think it will continue to decay. And countries like Russia and China and India see this. And if you look at their central bank balance sheets, they continue to accumulate gold. Like the central bank balance sheets of gold, which you just go on Bloomberg and look it up if you have Bloomberg, it's all up and to the right. PBOC it's up and to the right. They're just accumulating gold. And countries around the world, I think, will see this. And basically anyone that's holding U.S. treasuries will continue to diversify out a little bit and buy more gold. They're not doing this with Bitcoin yet. I think at some point in the future they will, but
I think they are. That's what I like about gold rallying, is that I feel like I'm long by proxy, even though I have no gold position, because gold is Bitcoin is viewed as like baby gold or digital gold, and if the ratio of Bitcoin to gold falls too low, people will accumulate a little Bitcoin, because gold is ultimately like Bitcoin flipping gold is kind of like the blue sky target for our space. So I remember when gold was a $10 trillion asset and Bitcoin was a $1 trillion asset. It's like, oh, 10%. And now here we are, right? Gold is what, like 25 trillion now? Yeah, it wasn't that long ago that it was 10T. It was like a couple of years ago. We were podcasting back then. So yeah, basically.
No, it's 23, the 24 trillion.
Okay.
Which, and it was, we were podcasting at the time that it was 10 trillion, which is kind of crazy. Could have gotten a 2x in gold, huh?
Yeah. Insane. And gold is, what bothers me about gold is just the fact that you can go decades with zero performance. I've never been a very good gold trader. I mea culpa. I suck at it, but
I think it's just a matter of perspective, right? I mean, you buy gold when gold is going up. Like you just do that, right? Like when gold, it is a momentum trade, and gold trades like Bitcoin, right? It literally had 12 years of effectively up only from 2000 to 2011, and then it had it had 7 years of down only and sideways, and then starting in November of 18, it's basically been up only. There's a period of time of 3 years, I guess, where it didn't really do much, but it said, right, like this is as good a time as any to buy gold, basically. Like you're buying it, you're buying it on the way up.
Yeah.
And that's at least when you should be. And if you look at the yearly, 1, 2, 3. So we've had 3 years of up. Gold tends to at least have 4, looking at the chart.
I guess
this thing trends like Bitcoin does, just over longer periods of time.
I guess what the reason why I missed this trade is that I came of age during the 2010s as a financial professional, and during that entire decade, gold did sweet fuck all, right? And absolutely nothing for 10 years. So I just remember like it just wasn't something that was on my radar.
You have
Then
to you have to break you have to break what I call childhood curses.
yeah,
It's like the things that you grew up with that you took as self-evident truths that are no longer self-evident truths.
yeah, it's true. Another one.
I think a lot of people have a lot of these, and not just in trading, in like life.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened to me multiple times. Another one was during the 2000s, which is when I came of age. It's like a guy who was aware of what stock prices were. The stock market did nothing during the entire George W. Bush presidency, right? And so I just remember thinking, like, I don't trust the stock market. This is just like insane volatility for no return. Um, but I think what's
Well, I
going
mean,
on.
you hear that a lot, by the way. I've heard this a tremendous amount. Like why would I put my money in the stock market when I can just buy another house, because real estate is the most important,
Yeah,
or like buy a hard asset. I know there's a very, by the way, there's a very wealthy immigrant family that I know that literally has never put their money into the stock market. They just don't trust it. They think it's all a scam because it was where they came from, and they just will, like, anytime they own a bunch of restaurants and like real estate stuff, and like if they make a sale, that they won't ever park that cash anywhere but in opening a new restaurant or buying a new, like, that's it. That's all they'll
yeah.
do, because they don't trust it. Even though they would have been much wealthier, very likely, if they had just stuck their money in the S&P, because the S&P outperformed all of it.
Nothing said on the 1000X podcast is a recommendation to buy or sell any investments or products. This podcast is for informational purposes only, and the views expressed by anyone on the show are solely their opinions, not financial advice or necessarily the views of Blockworks. Our hosts, guests, and the Blockworks team may hold positions in the company's funds or projects discussed.